Today I'm going to show you how to make ground chicken burgers that actually taste good. Hi, I'm Carrie with eatingonadime.com, and in case you didn't know, we share thousands of recipes all the time that help family eat well on a budget. Now, all of our recipes are really simple to make with ingredients that you can actually find at your grocery store, and today's recipe is just like that. It's ground chicken burgers, but if you've ever had ground chicken burgers, you might have found them to be and dry, but these burgers are going to be tasty and delicious. You can find the full recipe linked in the description, as well as below. We're going to have our recipe link so you can print it, save it. You'll also find our digital cookbook. It's a grilling cookbook that we have on sale right now, so you might want to snag that as well. Plus, we're going to have links for every single kitchen tool that I used today and any other recipes that we talk about in the video. So you'll find everything in the description for you. Now, the trick to really good chicken burgers is that you've got to put stuff in the ground chicken. If you just ball this up and season it, no, that's not what you want to do. So we're going to show you how. First thing you want to do is start with an egg. I got a large mixing bowl and a really old whisk. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments, but Rosie, but I just don't like the new whisk like I do my old one. This one is falling apart and I still love it, and I'm going to keep using it until it literally falls apart. But we're just going to whisk this egg and break it all apart first. Next, we add in 1 pound of ground chicken. Just top it right on top. Then we're going to add in a half a cup of panko breadcrumbs. Now, I like to do panko over regular breadcrumbs. I think they're crispier, they have a better flavor, and since ground chicken can tend to be dry and flavorless, don't skip and use the panko crumbs. Then we need a 1/4 cup of onion that has been finely diced. Now, you guys know I love my chopper, but I want this really fine, so I'm going to do it by hand today. I do love my food chopper, friends. If you've been watching our videos, you know that too. And you could do it, but since they're going to be inside, I want them to be really small pieces. If you want to be really lazy, you could just throw them in a food processor and just mince them to pieces. That's completely okay. Now, we do actually have a whole video on how to cut an onion. So if you want to go and see that, we have that, and we'll make sure that gets linked for you as well. Okay. So I'm just finally chopping this up. Once I get this done, we're going to actually, I'm going to run my knife through it a few more times just to get it nice and fine. So I'm just running my knife through those pieces that I already chopped up just to get them even finer. Now I'm just throwing this in the 1/4 cup. I did about, the onions. Hello, onions. I need to get some of those onion goggles and do a video on that. I'm going to try not to get emotional about these onions, friends. But a 1/4 cup was about a 1/4 of an onion for me. So we're going to throw that in there. We just wanted to give you a measurement because sometimes you can buy an onion and they're this big, and sometimes you can buy an onion and they're this big. And since we need them for patties, you don't want too much onion. Let's clean up. Then we're going to throw in 2 minced garlics. I'm doing 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, or you do 2 cloves minced, a tablespoon of a Worcestershire sauce. Someone commented it's not Worcestershire, it's Worcestershire, but it's always going to be Worcestershire sauce for me, but that's just me. We're going to throw in a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt. This is a half, so I'm doubling it. A teaspoon of thyme. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. What movie is that from? Ooh. It was a creepy movie, but we'll talk about that later, guys. Now, all we got to do is mix. Now it's time to mix. I guess I left this over here. Sorry about that, friends. You're going to have to deal with my mess. So we're just going to take a good wooden spoon, mixing spoon, something hardy, and start mixing. You want to fold it in. Fold it in, David. So just keep folding it in. with that spoon. Because remember, the egg mixture's on the bottom, and you're just going to scoop it in to get everything through. Now, if you were my sister, she would tell you to get your hands in there. I'm not going to do that. She is all about the hands. There's no judgment there. But this one, I don't think we really need to. Whereas if you're making meatballs or something like that, they're a little drier. And so you're going to want to get your hands in there. But this one, I think you can do it just fine with a spoon. Now, what I'm doing now is I am flattening it out into the bowl because we're going to divide this up into 4 equal portions. So I'm just flattening it out so that way I can just score it with my spoon and make the patties. Then once this is kind of flattened, you're just going to score this with your spoon into 4 equal sections. Again, it doesn't have to be exact, but this just kind of helps you make, that one looks a little off. There we go. Just makes them to where you can make easy patties. All that's left is to make, oh, your hand.
Sorry.
Action. All that's left is to make the patties. I'm going to use my grilling prep trays today. I love these things. I know it's so silly, but once you have them, you're going to understand. We're going to include a link for you. But red means raw meat, black means cooked meat. So you just stack them like this. You'll put your raw meat on here, and then you'll take these out. Once you put this on the grill, this goes inside in the dishwasher, and then you're going to put your cooked meat on here. It's so great because you don't have to worry about getting them mixed. You don't have to go and wash a pan, and they're dishwasher safe. So I love that they're a reasonable size. They're not gigantic, so they fit right into your dishwasher. And you guys know that if you're grilling, the last thing you want to do is any dishes. So I highly recommend you grab these. Now I'm just going to take those little scores and we are going to ball this into a nice patty. And we're just going to place this right onto my prep tray. They're called prep trays. And be gentle because it's ground chicken. It is not as easy to maneuver as like ground beef. It's a little more juicier. And then we're going to make this one. And you're just doing 4 equal patties. Now, you're not going to roll it like you would a patty. You're going to, it's more like you're just patting it and shaping it into a patty form. Another tip is take your fingers and make a slight indentation in the center because when patties cook up, this will poof up. So if you push it in, it will just poof up to be flat. So if you're ever making homemade patties and you see that, this is all you have to do. So I preheated the grill. It is nice and hot and we made sure to clean it off. Now we're just going to brush the grill grates with some olive oil. Now you can do this just by hand, but if it's too hot, you can also do it with your tongs. And the reason I'm doing this, I don't normally do this. You could spray it before, but the main reason we're doing this is so that way those chicken burgers won't stick since there's not a lot of fat. But you can spray these before you turn it on and that will work as well. Now we're just going to place them directly on the grill. Now we're going to let these just sit. Don't mess with them, and we're going to let them cook for 5 minutes. So the timer went off, and look how beautiful they are. As you can see, they're very easy. Look at those beautiful colors to turn. That one got a little crispy. That's okay. I'm fine with that. Now we're going to let these cook for another 4 to 5 minutes, and we're going to check the internal temperature. Now, I actually am checking these after like 2 or 3 minutes because it's so hot outside here in Oklahoma. So they were cooking up pretty quickly. I'm just checking and we're over 165. Make sure you're right into the center of those patties. Oh, my hands are getting hot. So now we're just going to remove these. Now these are ready to remove and to enjoy. Now we're going to just throw these hamburger buns right on the grill and get them nice and toasted. My little trick is I like to turn the grill off and place these on and cover them, and that way, as you can see, the temperature is still really hot in there, and it's like baking them without getting them burnt. So we're just going to let them in there for like a minute or two, and they'll be ready. They've been in here for about 2 minutes, and I just want to show you. See, they're nice and warm, and you have the little lines, but nothing is burnt. It's the perfect way to heat up your hamburger buns, and that's how easy it is, friends. Now we just got to assemble them and put all your favorite toppings. We have our warmed hamburger buns, our beautiful ground chicken patties. There's a fly. Get out of here. Anybody else are tired of the flies already? I'm gonna add, you can add whatever you want. I'm gonna add some onions, tomatoes, and some lettuce. And then we were just talking about, let's get a little bit bigger piece. If I should do some mustard, what do we think? How does this look? Oh yeah, she looks good. Now I'm gonna add some Dijon mustard because I just saw it sitting over here and I decided that I wanted a little bit on my burger. So, little Dijon. And it's almost time for my favorite part, friends, which is taste testing it. Oops, he's back on there. Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she lovely? You can see Rosie. Get down, Rosie. Trying to get a lick of a burger. She wants one so bad. Okay, so everybody shout out to Rosie. Now I'm going to cut this in half just because that's my personal preference. But she is beautiful. Ooh, she looks good. Now it's time for my favorite part, eating it. I did want to give you an update. Rosie Roo did hop up here and grab a bite of a bun, but all turkey burgers were saved. So, Rosie Roo. Okay, let's dig into this. Oh, wow. Correction. I keep saying turkey burgers. They're ground chicken burgers. Chicken. This is like take 4, I think. Okay, but for real, I have actually gone out and ordered ground chicken burgers before at a restaurant and have been sorely disappointed. These guys, you are not going to be disappointed. You're going to love it. So make sure you give it a try. Remember the full recipe, including all the substitution ideas, how to serve it, how to freeze it, how to store it, everything you need to know is all linked on the recipe below. We have the link for it, and you can find it all on eatingonadime.com. Plus, don't forget that if you love grilling recipes like I do, especially in the summer, fall, and spring, because I hate doing dishes, so make sure you grab that digital cookbook that we have on sale for you as well. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I hope I inspired you to make some ground chicken burgers. Don't be afraid of it. It's very inexpensive to make, and it tastes delicious if you make them at home. So thanks so much for joining me. Oh, wait, before we go, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, we're sad. So go ahead and join. We are loving this community here on YouTube. There's another dog. He is getting impatient and wants a bite, friends. But thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. And don't forget, eat at home by eating on a dime. Bye, friends.